Have you ever felt like you're shouting into the void, asking for answers, for guidance, but all you hear is the echo of your own voice? What if I told you the problem isn't that no one is listening, but that you're not quiet enough to hear the reply? It sounds counterintuitive, right? We're taught to hustle, to be loud, to make our presence known. But today, we're going to explore a completely different path, the profound power of stillness, not as emptiness, but as the ultimate form of receptivity. Think of it like this. If you're trying to listen for a faint, distant melody, you wouldn't do it in the middle of a rock concert. You'd find a quiet room, close the door, and tune out the noise. Our lives are often like that. Rock concert constantly, buzzing with notifications, to-do lists, social pressures, and the endless chatter of our own minds. In this chaos, the subtle whispers of intuition, insight, and what many call a higher connection are completely drowned out. Stillness is the act of turning down the volume of the world, so you can finally hear the music that's been playing for you all along. This isn't just about sitting quietly for 5 minutes. It's about cultivating an inner state of openness. It's about creating a space within yourself where new ideas, solutions, and a sense of peace can land. When we're constantly busy, constantly thinking, planning, and worrying, our minds are like a clenched fist. Nothing can get in or out. Stillness is the gentle act of unclenching that fist, finger by finger, until your palm is open, ready to receive whatever comes. This is where those aha moments are born. It's where you suddenly understand a problem that's been bugging you for weeks, or where a deep sense of knowing what to do next washes over you. Now, when we talk about a higher power or spiritual connection, it's easy for minds to jump straight to organized religion. And for many, that's a beautiful and valid path. But the beauty of stillness is that it's universal. It transcends dogma and doctrine. You don't need a specific label or belief system to access it. Whether you call it God, the universe, source, cosmic intelligence, or simply your own deepest self, profound quiet is the gateway. It's a shared human experience, a fundamental access point to a sense of something larger than our individual ego. Think about the great thinkers, artists, and innovators throughout history. Many of them spoke of their best ideas coming to them not when they were frantically working, but in moments of quiet repose, walking in nature, staring out a window, or just before falling asleep. They created the space, and the inspiration flowed in. This cosmic intelligence isn't some mystical, far-off entity. It's the creative, ordering principle of the universe, and we are all a part of it. Stillness is how we plug back into that universal network, downloading insights and guidance that our busy, logical minds could never compute on their own. It's like switching from a dial-up connection to a fiber optic one. The information was always there. You just needed a better way to access it. Let me share a story about a friend of mine, Sarah. For years, Sarah was a high-powered marketing executive. Her life was a blur of deadlines, meetings, and international flights. She was successful by every external measure, but inside, she felt completely lost and burnt out. She was running on empty, making decisions from a place of stress and anxiety. One day, on the verge of a complete breakdown, her therapist suggested something radical, a 10-day silent retreat. No phone, no email, no talking. Sarah told me the first 3 days were absolute torture. Her mind raced, replaying every mistake, every worry. She was desperate for a distraction. But then, around day 4, something shifted. The mental storm began to calm. For the first time in years, she felt a sense of peace. In that quiet, she started to hear a different voice, a gentle, intuitive nudge. It wasn't a booming voice from the heavens, but a simple, clear feeling. The feeling told her that the path she was on, despite its glamour, was destroying her soul. When she came back, she did something everyone thought was crazy. She quit her job. Her colleagues were shocked. But Sarah had received a clarity that no pro-con list could ever provide. She took a few months off, and in that continued space of quiet reflection, she rediscovered her childhood passion for pottery. It started as a hobby, but soon, people were asking to buy her work. Today, she runs a small but thriving pottery studio. She makes less money, but she told me she's 1,000 times richer. She found her guidance not by pushing harder, but by getting quiet enough to listen. Her transformation wasn't about religion. It was about connecting with her own inner truth, which had been buried under years of noise. I have another friend, Marcus, who is an engineer, a man of logic and facts. He was deeply skeptical of anything that couldn't be proven with data. His life was upended when he went through a painful divorce. He felt adrift, his logical framework for the world completely shattered. He couldn't think his way out of the grief. On a whim, he started taking long, solitary walks in the woods every morning. He didn't meditate or pray. He just walked and let the silence of the forest envelop him. Slowly, without him even trying, answers began to surface. He didn't find a new grand plan for his life. Instead, he found the next small step, and then the next. He realized he needed to forgive his ex-wife, not for her, but for himself. He felt a sudden urge to reconnect with his estranged brother. These weren't logical conclusions. They were intuitive hits that came from the quiet space he created on his walks. The stillness didn't give him a new equation for happiness. It gave him a compass. It reconnected him to a wisdom that his analytical mind had been blocking. Marcus is still an engineer, still a man of logic. But now he understands that some of life's most important data can't be found on a spreadsheet. It's found in the quiet moments in between. These stories aren't unique. They happen all the time to everyday people. The secret is simply making the time and space for stillness. So how can you start? It doesn't have to be a 10-day silent retreat. Start small. Can you find just 10 minutes in your day? Maybe you wake up a little earlier, before the rest of the house is awake. You could sit with your morning coffee, but instead of scrolling through your phone, you just sit. You look out the window. You feel the warmth of the mug in your hands. You notice the rhythm of your own breath. Your mind will wander. That's what minds do. The practice isn't to have a perfectly empty mind. The practice is to gently, without judgment, bring your attention back to the present moment, back to the stillness. Each time you do this, it's like a bicep curl for your attention muscle. Another way is to integrate stillness into activities you already do. When you're walking your dog, leave your headphones at home. Just walk and listen to the sounds around you. When you're in the shower, just feel the water on your skin instead of planning your day. These are microdoses of stillness. Over time, you'll start to notice a change. You'll feel less reactive to stress. You'll find yourself knowing the right thing to say in a difficult conversation. You'll get a creative idea for a project seemingly out of nowhere. This is the receptivity we're talking about. You're not forcing anything, you're simply creating the conditions for wisdom to arise naturally. You are opening the channel. Stillness is not passive, it's a courageous act of trust. It's trusting that if you stop pushing, forcing, and controlling for a moment, you won't fall apart. In fact, you'll be held, you'll be guided. You'll connect with a wellspring of peace, creativity, and wisdom that resides within you and all around you. So I invite you to try it. Find a small pocket of silence in your day. Unclench your fist, open your palm, and just see what arrives. You might be amazed by what's been waiting to speak to you once you finally get quiet enough to listen. Thanks for joining me on this journey into stillness. If this resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on living a more conscious and connected life. I'd love to hear about your own experiences with stillness in the comments below. See you next time.